all right? So let's say, can somebody do me a favor? I could use some, my mouth's getting really dry here. I want to get some H2O. Thank you, Daryl.
Giving them water.
Actually, perfect example. I just asked and I received. Actually, right out of the scriptures. Matthew, Mark 11, 22, Mark 11, 24, right? No, I'm sorry, Luke 11, 9, Luke 11, verse 9 is 10. Look it up. I don't know, I can tell you what it is. You can look it up on your own. Anybody know what the verse is? Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened to you. So let's say I give you, whatever, $2,000. Let's say I give you $25,000. Okay? $25,000. Right? Let's go back to the first part of what that discussion I just had a moment ago. Let's say you really want to improve your life, you're really serious about this, and you do like I did, and I got myself a coach, okay? Now there's programs out there, like I'm in one right now, I'm in a couple of them right now, there's one where I pay $50,000 a year, all right? There's another one I pay $30,000, and when you meet Rock Thomas later on tomorrow, he and I become good friends. He's spent over $1 million on his own personal coaching and training. Over my lifetime, I've probably spent about half of that. But in any case, let's say you say, like, Gary, I really want to do this. I can't afford it. It's not the right time. All the different things that your mind plays on you, right? So I say, okay, no problem. I'm going to give you $25,000. The people that won't invest in themselves, if they're willing to receive, will take the $25,000, and over time, okay, they'll spend it, right? I mean, Starbucks, I mean, my gosh, going to the movies, buying another car perhaps, whatever it is, you might spend it on things that make you feel good in the moment, but don't actually improve yourself as an income-producing asset. Does this make sense? So at the end of the year, for example, you've got zero. You've got maybe some good memories, and you've had some fun things, had some nice meals with the movies and things like that, okay? But at the end of the year, you're no further ahead than you were the year before. Would you agree? Okay? Now let's say you receive this, you make the stretch, okay? And you make the investment in yourself, okay? And I'm a firm believer of investing in myself more than anything else. I actually will, over the years, I've gone into more debt and more for the right training. Has anybody experienced that before? Like you're like, holy cow, I got to make the stretch. Well, Fassel, I know, yeah, you and I are. You make the stretch, don't you? In fact, what does Rock Thomas say? He says, you know what, you say yes, all right, you make the commitment, and then the wherewithal will show up, right? Anybody who says, I'll wait until I'm ready, or I have the time, or I have the money, then I'll make the commitment. Fassel, will that person ever make the commitment? 99% of the time, absolutely not. I've been doing this for 32 years, and I can tell you, I've had people walk out and say, well, that's next year. Next year never comes. You make the commitment first, and then everything shows up. So let's say you did that, okay, and you invested it in yourself, and now, or in your buying properties as a result, okay? So you invest, you get some gains. You invest, you get some gains. You invest, you get some gains. If you invest properly, like, so Daryl, you got that property, the duplex with $400,000 equity sitting there. You're like, oh, thanks, David. You're in pretty good shape. We're going to help you figure that out, okay?
Okay.
You invest that. Do you think you can make $25,000 off of that $400,000?
Yeah.
Probably like in a month. Yeah. My gosh. So at the end of the year, just being conservative, you got your $25,000 back, okay? But what else do you have to keep? That's forever. Yeah, you just expanded what we call your field of vision. You expanded your mindset and your skill set. All those things you need to be able to produce and grow as a person and grow a portfolio and grow financially. Does it just make sense? Okay? Now, so you get your money back, obviously. You get, all of the investments you made, and at the end of the day, it's who you became as a person that's the most important thing. All this is good stuff. These are all measurable results, okay? But remember what I said at the beginning of the day here? Achieving your goals, the reward for achieving your goals, the financial returns in this example, are very important. Obviously, that's how we measure success, one of the ways we measure success. What's most important is who you become as a person in the process of achieving your goals. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so hold that thought. Let's go over here. We're all obviously wonderful, beautiful human beings. We love, we want to be loved. We have families, we have parents, children, brothers, sisters, spouses, friends, whatever the case is, significant others, okay? We spend a good bit of our time sleeping, a good bit of our time with our loved ones. We spend a good bit of our time trying to generate wealth and income. Would you agree? We're either doing it with jobs, or we're doing it with investing, or we're doing some combination of one or the other, right? So in terms of your life, just for the moment, I want you to consider yourself as a balance sheet. You've got a balance sheet on your life. Actually, how many of you have ever created your own financial statement before? Show of hands. Good for you guys. You've got a financial statement that shows you two parts, okay? So a financial statement like this. You've got two parts. Up here you've got the income expense part, and down here you've got the asset liability part, okay? On the income expense part, income is your salary from your job if you have one, your return on investments like real estate, okay, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, things like that. And any other thing you have that generates revenue. Maybe you sell something online, I don't know, Okay, that's all your revenue coming in, income. And on the expense side, you've got to pay for stuff. I mean, if you've got a house, so you probably have a mortgage payment, okay? You might have a car payment. You might have utilities, okay? I mean, all your education expenses, like for your children. By the way, this is like books and clothes and things like that, okay? So these are all of your, this is all your money going out. It's money going out, okay? Now down here, you got assets and liabilities. Assets are the things that are producing the income, okay? So you've got maybe some real estate. Maybe you've got your stocks and bonds, and mutual funds, okay? So far, so good? Over here, you've got your liabilities, which are like mortgage payments. Your mortgage, your car loan. So this is the loan on the car, and this is the loan payment on the loan on the car. All right? Let's see, liabilities, basically your loans. These are your loans, okay? Car, mortgage, student loan if you have one or more of those, okay? Now, here's the challenge. If the world took away all of your assets, what would happen to your income? They go away, yeah. Let's say the world does take away all of your assets. What's the one asset that you still have? We talked about this earlier.
Yourself.
It's you. All right. Back to that $25,000. It could be $2,000, it could be $100,000, whatever. I mean, there's people. There's a mastermind program I'm in. Well, they do have $100,000 level, right? You always have you, no matter what happens. Even if you're, Lord help you, even if you're disabled, physically, mentally, emotionally, even if you're in prison, you, as long as you're alive and your brain's functioning, you are your own asset. You have to decide, am I going to live life being an asset, an income-producing asset, which means you invest in yourself no matter what. You cannot go wrong. Some of these things can be taken away from you. Lawsuits, stuff happens, right? Hopefully that'll never happen. But nobody can ever take you away from you. So what's the one thing that we can always invest in no matter what? Us, okay? Which people in life would you say actually progress and grow the most? The people who do not invest in themselves or the people who invest in themselves? And here's why. When you invest in yourself, you now know how to generate additional streams of income. Does that make sense? Okay? And you can pay for your expenses. Basically, I learned to eliminate expenses. In fact, I mean, I know it sounds unusual, but I have no mortgage, okay? I also don't pay any bills. I've got a phone bill, and I've got my medical insurance, and my car insurance, and life insurance. And that's about it. That's my expenses. Who'd like to have that life, by the way? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, I did it in far fewer years than I thought was originally possible, because it used to be, you know, I would build the empire, okay, but I didn't have the right mindset. When I learned to let the empire build me, I had the right mindset, and it's limitless how many income-producing assets I can purchase. I consider myself an income-producing asset. So what you want to ask yourself here is, I'm going to give you what we call the prosperity profile. I want you guys to fill out what's called a prosperity profile that allows you to see where you are right now. Remember earlier I said, I gave you a hint, I said, we're going to make this like boot camp this weekend, like in military boot camp, where you strip you down to your skivvies, and you basically you expose yourself. Here's who I am right now, the real truth. Because if we're going to help you, we got to know the truth. Okay, there's no other way. If we don't know where